posterior facial vein, anterior facial vein, transverse jugular vein. All right, and this is the external jugular vein. All right, this is the internal jugular vein. On this side, it wasn't really good infused. So this is actually the common carotid artery. Common carotid artery on the right side. But this one, I'll just take a common carotid artery. Okay, and then this is the still the external jugular vein. And this is the transverse scapular artery and vein. These two going to the trapezius muscle, and this is the brachiocephalic vein. Brachiocephalic vein, all right, subclavian vein. Okay, and then axillary would be.
We have to say left or right on subclavian now.
Only on the subclavian, yeah. Arteries, the veins, no.
Arteries.
Yeah, arteries, yes. Okay, so subclavian vein, and then becomes axillary, and then it goes down as the subscapular artery and vein, going to the subscapularis behind the scapula, and then once it gets to the leg pit or armpit area, it's no longer the axillary artery and vein, it is now the brachial artery and vein. Okay, and we have on either side, this is the internal mammary artery, this is the internal mammary artery on the other side, this is the internal mammary vein. Okay, internal mammary vein. All right, and this is the superior vena cava, right? Okay, and this right here is the azygos vein I just talked about, that drains the lungs, right? So I can do this, and so azygos vein. Okay, and if you do this, we may have to clean this up a little bit. We have the aortic arc, which is this right here. Okay, and then it goes into there is the thoracic aorta descending. So the first branch on the aortic arc, you can see right here, right, is the brachiocephalic trunk. Okay, brachiocephalic trunk. So if I do this, right, this would be the right subclavian artery. Right subclavian artery. Do you see it? So I can do that. Okay. Right subclavian artery, and this is the right common carotid. For the common carotid, I don't really need you to say right and left. You can just say common carotid. That's fine. But for the right subclavian artery, you have to. Okay, and this is the left common carotid, and then this is the left subclavian artery. So you've got to say left for this one. You see how it's coming directly from the aortic arc, and this is branching from the brachiocephalic, right? So you got to say that to differentiate. All right, and so I think we got everything here. I think we need one more. This is the thyrocervical artery, is one that splits into the transverse scapular artery over here that goes to the trapezius, and then of course the transverse scapular vein from the external jugular vein. Excellent. This one has got a better view of that celiac trunk. This one, it's just one of them didn't get very infused. So anyway, so celiac trunk, okay, and it splits into this hepatic artery, and then this one in the middle here that didn't get quite so infused is the the gastric artery, and then this one here, which got well infused, will be the splenic artery. So it's the hepatic, gastric, and splenic, coming from the arteries coming from the celiac trunk. That's why it's called a trunk. Okay, and then this right here is the hepatic portal vein. Okay, hepatic portal vein goes into the liver, drains all the small intestine and all these other organs. Okay, and like I said, this is the duodenum, the first part of the small intestine, and this is the pancreas. Okay, so this one right here is called the anterior pancreatico duodenal vein, and you can use the liver to mark for yourself which one is the anterior one, because it's towards the front. So this is the anterior pancreatico, because it's the pancreas duodenal vein. Okay, now this would be the superior mesenteric vein, and this one here is the gastrosplenic. It kind of drains the stomach and the spleen, gastrosplenic vein. Okay, and then everything goes to the liver first before it goes into the inferior vena cava, and then to the right side to go pick up oxygen in the heart. All right, excellent. And this is the superior mesenteric artery. While we're at it, inferior mesenteric artery, right? Okay, and then this big one here in the middle, the blue one, would be the superior. No, inferior vena cava. Just was checking it out. Inferior vena cava. Okay, and then of course this would be the renal vein. And then this will be the renal artery. Okay, I'll do that so you can see our little kidney right here. Do you see that? See that kidney? Okay, so renal artery. The renal vein on this side didn't get well infused. You know what I'm saying? So here, on top of the kidney, what gland do we have? The adrenal gland. So it's gonna be the adrenal vein. Normally you see them both. Yeah, the artery is there. It's kind of hidden in this fat, but you see, there's a little one right there. But you can see the vein, adrenal adrenal vein are here, supplying and draining the adrenal glands. Okay. And this would be the ovarian, internal ovarian artery, because it's a female. All right, and then this would be the abdominal aorta, okay, and this would be the iliolumbar artery and vein. These two guys, see that one and that one, iliolumbar artery and vein, and it's also on this side, iliolumbar artery and vein. Okay, then we come down here. The first one here would be the common iliac vein, and this would be the external iliac artery. See, they're split differently. In the cat, in the human, it's slightly different. And then you see how this comes out here. This would be the internal iliac artery. Okay, and then I do this deal here. Okay, so we got our common iliac vein here, our external iliac artery here. Okay, and then you could see here, if you were to do this, you can actually see that you have the internal iliac vein. Okay, the internal iliac vein, and then the caudal artery just kind of continues there. You see, this is the caudal artery, and then it goes back there. The caudal artery, and we get the vein there too, supplies the tail. Okay, and then after the split here of the internal iliac vein, this now becomes the external iliac vein. So if I put a pin over here, or I put a pointing arrow to this, you say common iliac vein. After the split, you say external iliac vein, internal iliac vein. Okay, and then the external iliac vein and the now they're together. This is the external iliac artery. They go into the deeper muscles of the thigh, as the deep femoral artery and vein. They're together here. See how it's kind of convoluted a little bit. So internal, deep femoral artery and vein. So now here they're together. When you go down here, okay, this is the femoral artery and vein. Okay, yeah, this one is not on the list here. There's the proximal femoral artery and vein, but femoral artery and vein, and then here splits into the saphenous artery and vein. Okay, and then here is the popliteal artery and vein goes to the knee, and that's it.